Nepotism in mining. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and today I've been asked to do a quick video about nepotism within the industry. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, of course nepotism exists within the mining industry. Some would say that the whole thing's based on nepotism. It really depends on where you're trying to get into the industry as to how it affects you. So yes, there is a lot of nepotism within the mining industry, but it really only affects you if you're trying to get into an area of the industry that only has limited training spots. At the moment, if you jump onto Seek and you type mining traineeship in, you'll find a limited number of these traineeships going in iron ore or coal around the country. Now, a lot of these have to do with wage suppression, so you end up signing up for 12 months for $75,000 and end up doing a 2-in-1 roster, so they get you for a cheap rate. And the other reason is that they can control the people that they come in. Now, on a lot of mine sites, they might start 20 or 30 people in a class as a traineeship, and 2/3 of the people within the class will be friends and family of people that are already on site. Now, this, just to give you a bit of, just to show you what I mean, this is a Facebook page that I really like, and the guy that runs it is within the coal mining industry, and he has a really good perspective on what's going on. But I've noticed for the last 12 months, all the entry-level jobs that have been posted have run a little bit, or something like, if I just get back into it, yes, so this is an entry-level job that he's posted up here for Mackay, the coalfields up there, and they want a couple of years of civil experience, which a lot of people have, but they really want somebody from the area. And a lot of these job ads that have come up that have been posted on this page especially have also said that they're inviting friends and family of existing workers to apply, and they'll go from there. So what these jobs really are is they want somebody from the area, preferably they want a friend or a family member that's already working for the company. Now, that's in coal at the moment because it's a bit up and down with what's going on with it. There's some mines opening up and there's some mines closing down, and a lot of the owners are taking advantage of the situation to not have to hire an experienced coal miner at the $150,000 wage that they should be getting, and instead hire some new trainees on and try and lower the wages down that way. The same thing's happening in iron ore. Now, the one place that it's not happening, or the two places that it's not happening, is in hard rock underground and exploration. Now, nepotism still happens in these areas of the industry, don't get me wrong, it does. And, you know, you can see people pushed into jobs that pay a lot of money a lot quicker than they should be around the place. That happens, that's been part of the industry since I've been in it. The point that I'm trying to make here at the moment is that in hard rock underground they need so many people that they're not running traineeships, they're just running entry-level positions. They're putting people through as quickly as they can, and once you get up to speed, you're no longer considered a trainee, you are considered a truck driver or a nipper or whatever you're doing, and then they pay you the full whack, so you don't have to do 12 months as a trainee. Now, the reason that they're doing that is because they just need so many people. You know, 5 years ago, 2016, 2015, you know, you couldn't get into hard rock underground for love of money because there were mines shutting down, not opening up. Now everything's been turned on its head, and with the nickel price being at the price it is, and the gold price and the copper price, there's just mines reopening everywhere, big mines ramping up around the place, and they need people. Now, if you want to get into the surface side of the industry, that's one of the places that you're really going to fight nepotism at the moment because there's not that many spots. My suggestion would be to go to a mining town like Kalgoorlie or Mount Isa and try and get on a surface job like that, because unfortunately with what's going on in iron ore and the coal mines, with them turning their mine sites driverless, the strip mines that they can turn driverless, there's a lot of experienced surface truck drivers around looking for work at the moment. And and that means that, new starter places, while there are a few around, they're very limited. And again, whenever you've got a situation where there are limited spots around, that nepotism really comes into play, and that's what's going to affect you. It's one of the reasons why we started the channel, to try and point people in the right direction of where they could get in the easiest. And at the moment, because there's limited spots in those areas like iron ore and coal, then nepotism is playing a huge part in it. So instead of having a 1 in 30 chance of getting a spot in the actual class, you probably really only got a 1 in 10 chance of getting in, because 20 of those spots are probably already allocated to friends and family who are coming through. That's just the reality of it, and just the way that it works. Again, and it's one of the reasons why I point people towards exploration and hard rock underground at the moment, because those two areas of the industry, they need so many people. They've already got the nepotism coming through, and they still need lots more people on top of that. The other thing that you need to watch out for with all this, especially with hard rock underground, is that if someone gets you a job, then they are considered responsible for you. So if something goes wrong and you make a great big stuff up, or you get sacked or whatever, there will be consequences for the person that recommended you and brought you on. So that's another reason why there is a lot of nepotism, but it tends to be family oriented nepotism and not friends. Generally speaking, if someone brings their son or daughter or niece or nephew in and they make a complete pig's breakfast of it, then not only do they leave, but the person that brought them in normally leaves as well. That's just the way it goes. Now, if you want to try and get into hard rock underground, then I suggest you have a look at the sponsors training. They've got a really good package that they do with Win-Win, who are a recruitment company over here in WA that do resumes and interview prep as well. So you do the 4 online courses plus the Australian Mining Seminar, and if you do the $800 package, then you can get your resume redone by Win-Win, and also the interview prep, which helps a lot. If you're trying to get into hard rock underground, the secret 100% is being able to talk to the mining owner about how their mine works. They don't care if you've driven a truck before or not. That's not what floats their boat. They'll teach you how to drive the truck themselves. That's the easy bit. What'll float their boat is if you know what a split set is, if you know what a refuge chamber is, if you know what a magazine is, all those sort of things, that how the mine works and what you're going to have to do as a nipper, a truck driver, an offsider, or a member of service crew. That's knowing all about that. That's what floats the employer's boat. If you don't want to have a go at hard rock underground and you want to try and get into the exploration side of things, then jump over to the Win-Win Facebook page and give Alana and the team a call, or get in contact with them. They'll be able to help you out with a resume that should get you through the door with a surface job. And again, there's lots of those jobs around. Nepotism does play a part in that area of the industry, but not as much. Not a lot of people want to go surface exploration. It doesn't really float my boat, and I know it doesn't float a lot of other people's boat. Like I tell everybody, if you want to do that, then you really have to like camping. And if you do like camping, then you're probably getting paid a lot of money to do something that you enjoy. So that's where I would go if you want to go into that direction of a surface job. So I hope that information helps, and of course nepotism is a big part of the mining industry. My best advice is to try and avoid it by going into the areas of the industry that are completely desperate for people, that are having to hire just off the street, and go to areas of the country that's happening to as well. If we have a look at our map, one of the big areas around is Kalgoorlie. There's a lot of mines around Kalgoorlie. The joke's been that they'll take anybody with a heartbeat in Kalgoorlie. At the moment, they're taking people without heartbeats. It's that bad. So, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to relocate when the border wall comes down. My recommendation to you is make sure that you've got yourself prepped and you've done something like this so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. You can make the most of your chance of getting into the industry and surviving that first 6 months. So if you could share this information around and like the channel and like the video, that would be wonderful. And if you've got any more questions about the industry, please send them through. Thanks.